Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be doing another episode in our legendary Balthasar Gelt campaign. Special thanks to Adam for the generous donation sponsoring this campaign. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. We can set that up. Also have some new guides coming out about how to improve your combat tactics. So special thanks to Westworld for that. And then we have a lot of other content on the channel as well, so be sure to check out all of the other legendary content as well, and like and subscribe if you enjoy the channel and want to help other people find it. Okay. So last time we beat back the rebellion. We're getting pretty close to getting our gunsmith going, and we just need to come up here and clean up Marienburg like I talked about before. I went ahead and did some diplomacy stuff and city management stuff before the turn started just to get going a little bit quicker. The only thing that matters is we got a trade agreement with Stirland, and everything else is the same. Okay, so a little bit better towards Stirland. We dashed over here so we get replenishment, and then at the start of next turn, we can go ahead and get the extra 10% discount on stables, and then we might move Balthasar up to this area up here. Now, getting 30 extra winds of magic is a pretty big deal. I mean, having the 10% damage off of artillery is a pretty big deal, too. Being honest, and the upkeep is not a huge deal right now. We don't have a lot of artillery, but extra reload time and damage is definitely relevant for sure. You know, we'll think about that, but I think the magic's probably going to be stronger since we can like spam those hounds every 30 seconds and they usually kill at least 100 units. Okay, so we got that. Working our techs, working, don't have offices yet. It's getting pretty close to making sense. Taxes, so we get how much more taxes for that office? It's 5%, right? 10% income from all buildings and tradable resources produced plus 25%. Now, it's not the same as getting 25% income. You're only going to gain a benefit out of that if you're already selling 100%. So we'd get some extra benefit there and there, but we are selling 100% of all of them, aren't we? Okay, yeah, because we just got that trade with Sterling. So it would be a flat 25% extra money. Off of that, so that would be 250 extra gold. So that right there would probably be worth it to go ahead and put someone in that office. 250 extra gold, and then income from buildings is going to be, that's the tax rate. That's 200. Yeah, so we get 450. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fill that office. We're just going to do that little trick we talked about last time, where we just recruit somebody, put them in that office, and then that's it. Okay, these dudes are actually way more expensive. That's interesting. Tough. These guys, I believe, get flying mounts. That right there, probably. 2 melee attack. I mean, it's not huge, but it's alright. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to recruit him. Now, this used to work. I believe it'll still work. Put him in this office so we get the extra money. And then we can just remove him. Yeah, and he still sits in that office. So that's just something. Now, obviously, that only works with the tier 1 stuff, and it only works if it's some kind of like global effect. So this is all provinces, no matter what. It really wouldn't do that much here because all of that stuff is local army, local region, all of that. So you would get the extra steam tank base, but you wouldn't get anything else, right? So like there, all characters would get that benefit. Like there's a couple of things here. All heroes, like this is a good one to put them in if it's rank 5. All heroes get those action success chances. But for most armies, you actually want the general to be, you know, actively doing something. But this is one that just happens to be super good if you just throw somebody in there. So that's what we're doing. Okay, can't hire anything else yet. These guys are going to have a decent little squad, but I don't think they're going to be able to siege us or anything like that. Could upgrade this. Give us 20 more dies. I mean, we'll wait until he gets in range to do that, maybe. But let's go ahead and just end the turn there. Not sure if we have enough trade partners to support that. Dyes are kind of a fairly rare resource, although we do get dyes for all of our clothing things, all of our money buildings, so we will have a decent little chunk of dyes. I guess they're not that rare, but... I'm not entirely sure we have enough people to make that happen. Okay, so something just got burned over here. What was that? Wiesenwind. The moot. I think just got burned by somebody. I'm trying to watch and see. Now that guy's hunting down these beastmen, so he's not specifically heading for me, but... Okay, so Kislev's at war with Ostland and Ostermark. We can't confederate with Kislev. Those northerners really don't like us that much. It seems like pretty much nobody likes us that much, unless we're Karl. These politics are tough. Like, you have to start killing their enemies, basically, for that to happen. So we need Chaos or Norska or somebody to start raising hell. I think Chaos comes out fairly early in this campaign. Carry out, so Amulet of Seagold. Okay. Thaumaturgist. Okay. Nice. I like how there are lots of little events that just sort of make it more spicy. Okay, so while we get this discount, let's go ahead and get some of these upgrades going here. Now, we can get up to tier 4 pretty quick. We're getting a lot of growth. Potentially, that is. Now, do we really need, like, 100% need these horses right now? The answer is no. Like, they are nice. They're a luxury, though. So we don't gain as much by pulling this up one more. We gain some. The biggest thing is we would be able to get walls at Isleheart, which, you know, that place tends to get attacked a lot by Chaos and Norska and things like that. We could also just say whatever and throw down a growth building. Get that growth going even faster. We could meet halfway in the middle and throw this down so we get some extra garrison. A little bit of extra public order. How fast do we want to get to tier 4? Demigryphs are really the love of my life. They are super expensive though, but... we can get Reichsguard in a tier 3 building as well. Let me see. It only costs this. However, in Altdorf, I think you can only get the Reichsguard building in Reichsland, or like in this province. +2 capacity for Order Knights. It does give +4 public order. Okay, you might be able to get this everywhere, actually. It's just for these guys. Now, these guys are pretty good. They're on the expensive side. As I've said before, I don't think that normal horsemen are really, like, super strong just because... Now, this is interesting, too, especially if we're going to have all this chaos. Like, maybe it's because there's, like, beastmen. They have... it does, like, extra corruption to adjacent provinces. Maybe they're not in my province, but, like, they're over here. Like, I was trying to figure out what all the corruption is coming from. But there's definitely a lot of corruption. So having, and it's causing a lot of public order issues. Yeah, corruption's -7. So maybe throwing down a, one of these things would be a pretty good bargain. I do want battle priests anyways. And that would give 6 anti-corruption. And it gives a little bit of public order. Yeah, let's do it. So we'll go with that. And now the question is, we need 3,600 for that. Are we gonna be able to fight anything to get this? I mean, we could go hostile with this dude and just kill this right now. How much is this? Because him sitting here is causing some vampiric corruption, right? Not really much, though.
Spread the rot.
Or do I want to try to, like, befriend him? That's probably a foolish plan.
Grave times.
He's kind of getting a little better.
I will hear your words, your riddles. Yes.
If we kill him, some of these other factions would like that for sure. Just trying to think of how I could get some more money out of this stuff. Kislev might pay us to break a non-aggression with someone like Ostermark, who, I mean, let's be honest, they're coming at us at some point anyways.
Who calls?
I will listen, but my...
Let me see if we can... I just need like 600 gold.
Approach as friend and make your offer.
I could cancel a building, but I'd really rather not. Yeah, those guys are definitely going to go to war with us at some point. Fairland, why are y'all so mad? I mean, I could declare war on something like Vampire Counts.
Welcome, my countrymen. What?
Midland.
I will listen, but my time is short.
Why are they down with this? Are they just really weak right now? Yes, they are extremely weak right now. Okay, they are very vulnerable. Who's killing them? Norska.
Approach and make your offer.
I mean, it's totally possible we could
assent.
potentially confederate with them. I don't like our trespasses, but they are very weak right now. How strong is Nordland? Nordland's also getting just slammed by Norska. That's all I can assume, is they have no armies right now. They have a lot of settlements and no armies.
Approach and make your offer.
Oh, maybe they'll
I make no
confederate
promises
with us.
to my assent.
That could give us some money for sure. Maybe we can actually play nice with them because Norskins are murdering them. Now, that means I'm going to have to try to control these ports, though. Like, and defend against the Norskins. Or I could just let them fall. I think the Confederation, it'd be 10 extra turns before I could confederate with Midland. Of course, I can also just kill Midland. But confederating is nicer because you get, obviously, all of their property and all that stuff.
Approach and make your offer, but I make no promises to my assent.
I don't think they're going to do it this turn. I mean, I could try to work up the treaty a little bit.
What? Greetings, my countrymen. You come in peace on this fine...
This place is harder to defend. So, okay, so I can either go through after I deal with Marienburg and try to come up here and deal with this. Norska might burn it before I can get up there, though. They do still... they only have one property now. So that means that someone has taken this. Probably Norska has already taken this. So one property, not that great. So maybe I just try to work with Midland. And come up there and murder their enemies,
but
maybe.
my time is short.
No.
I may not have any money. Can you give me just like 600 gold? No.
As you say, sir.
Okay, so now we're heading up a lot. Give them a small gift. That will help out a little bit. Don't want to do that though. I mean, I need to try to get 600 gold from somewhere else. We'll think about that. We'll think about it.
What? Welcome, my countrymen.
Absolutely not.
All right, let me see what's happening over here. We got vision of all this. They probably just came up to help them. That's a little on the odd side.
The Empire. Greetings, my countrymen. You come in peace on this fine Marktag?
See if they'll pay us.
Never!
Oh, they still don't want to do it. Okay. Just fishing around, see if we can get a little bit
Our
of gold
neighbors
here.
in the east deign to visit.
Anad, welcome, men of the
I didn't want
Empire.
to do too much
Nigh.
statecraft
Anad,
here, but we are
greetings,
just barely
Sigmar's
shy of what we
chosen.
need to do.
No.
What I would like to do. So we're just trying to get
Kislev.
what pennies here and
In
there.
the north, we have cold hearts and heads, good for hunting out half-truths and lies.
Do 600? Nice. Alright, now what was I even doing? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, I wanted to go ahead and start this. 3,600. How close am I? Oh my gosh, I needed one more. Damn it, math is hard. Okay, so I need 100 more gold from somewhere.
The Empire. Very well, I will do this.
The Empire.
Sigma's will.
I've seen Hawkland before. Okay, they're about to
Yes.
get murdered. Probably by von Karstein's. Wait, what is this? Oh, they're getting attacked by Wiesenland. Okay, so maybe Wiesenland will
Yes?
pay us to go to war with them. We don't have it on aggro with them. Yeah, sure, they're about to
Approach
get
and
eliminated.
make your offer, that I make no promises to my assent. A fool's action.
Come on, man. Who are they? Who is a Veruland friends with?
All right.
Yes.
I doubt these guys will pay us for that,
Speak
but
thy words, and pray to thine pitiful little gods that they ring true.
they might be rich enough.
No.
Just trying to dogpile on some weak factions here, if we can. Paravon's on the weak side. Nordland.
What?
Could go to war with vampires. A lot of people would like that. Vampires are scary, though. They could come up here and actually mess with us.
Yes.
Okay, they're at war with Hawkwind. Maybe we could just pay to go to war with Hawkwind. They're kind of in the way.
Approach as friend and make your offer.
Let me see. Is Hawkwind friends with anybody?
The Empire.
No. No one likes him. Okay.
Deliver your missive and then get from my presence.
They don't like us very much. Might as well.
Sigma's wit. Come then. Only
help us out with
Sigmar's
Tabalheim.
god Ulrich can judge it worthy or no. I don't agree.
Come on, man. Someone just give us, like, some gold. I just need 300 gold. Can't kill any Marienburg people this turn to get it.
Yes?
Okay, they don't do a trade agreement. Maybe a Verland will pay for us to go to war with vampire counts or something. Is that what we have to do?
You dare come at me making demands? Call yourself men of the Empire? Not in my name.
Yeah, they'll pay for that. Okay, well, you know what? You drive a hard bargain, but everybody hates vampires anyways. This should give us better diplomacy with everyone in the region.
No.
If they come over here and start burning all my towns, I'm not gonna be happy about it. But sometimes they'll stop what they're doing and just run straight at you.
So be it.
Okay. Alright, we got it. Driving a hard bargain. Okay, so we're getting that. Now we can start getting this. So that if we need to get some great swords, we can. It'll also let us get halberds. They aren't like hugely important, but they're alright. Okay, so what do we go for first? We do need one more turn to get the mortars. Right? Yeah, one more turn for mortars. So we have a couple options. We could just chill.
Yes.
How hard are these guys going to be to beat? They have 5 units. Grunts in. It's like 14 or something.
I am ready.
Okay, so we're going to get 2 more mortars. What else are we going to have access to? Let's see. We're going to have 2 mortars. Alright, getting the horses. Don't really need great swords. So we're going to be able to get an Empire Captain or 2. So potentially like 2 Empire Captains. A handgunner. 2 mortars. The 2 mortars, Empire Captain, handgunner. That's 4 units right there.
By the comet.
We need a bit more of a front line. Oh, I forgot we can hire these dudes. Are these even worth it? Say 29. They don't have as much armor. They have 170 range, 170. These get a bonus versus large. So like maybe having one of them against certain types of units. We're basically out of money though. Let's just wait. We'll just chill for a turn. In the town, which gives us minus on the upkeep. Yeah, we'll just wait for a turn. It's not a super rush there. Let's see. We've done all that stuff we need to do. All the town craft. All that. So like, it's possible we could go over there and beat up that town, but it'd just be so much easier with mortars and all this other stuff. So we'll just chill and get some mortars for a turn. I hate chilling. I like just going for it, but Just seems kind of silly. I heard that CA was doing another saga. I'm like, guys, don't do that. I mean, it's the same person who did Thrones of Britannia. I'm like, it's so bad. Thrones of Britannia was just, it's just awful. Like, you just want to play some watered down Total War that doesn't have a lot of its cool features, come get it, you know? I mean, yeah, it was cheaper. They weren't charging like full retail price, but like, they were really like, I don't know. Maybe they learned something from it previously. I just don't. It didn't seem great to me.
By Sigma, no!
They're staying about. They're hiring a little bit. They're not hiring a ton though. How are they getting captain? Oh, okay, because they have a tier 3 barracks. They can't get great swords though. I need to kill these clowns before they start burning this stuff. If they start burning these towns, I'm not gonna be happy about that. Okay, so we can get growth, income from trade, income from ports. Relationship with Empire would be nice. See how Midland's feeling here.
So, approach us, friend, and make your offer.
Who calls?
Surely an agreement will be reached. But are we not all sons of Sigma?
Okay, we'll sweeten the pot with them for a little bit here. Let's
So, come then. Only Sigma's god, Ulrich, can judge it worthy or no.
Of course.
hook them up. And then maybe if we kill some of these clowns over here. Now, they're military allies with me, so if I declare war on somebody, they're declaring war on people too. So are they at war with vampire counts right now? Or did I do the military alliance after the vampire count thing? I did it after the vampire count thing. Yeah. So we can drag them into wars in theory. They can break the treaty if they want to, but...
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Oh, great swords are only considered a special unit. Wow. For real. What's upgrading them? Oh, just the chevrons. They get quite a lot out of the chevrons. They get leadership, melee attack, and defense, it seems. They don't get weapon damage off of it. Okay, so these are 875.
Yes,
I
that
think I
will
want
do.
4 mortars. I could even go for 5. 5 mortars would be very spicy. They are super cheap, and they do a hell of a lot of damage, though. Like, that would obliterate infantry if we had 5 mortars. And they are dirt cheap with this build. We could grab 1 pistolier. Like, yeah, the other things are better, but just to have 1 cav that can go back there and skirmish might be a decent bargain. We do need a bit more of a front line. I like getting the spears because there is a tech eventually that we can get where, like, spears get an extra 10 armor or something, yeah. Okay, so do we want... I think we want seafaring envoys. Ooh, I forgot we have this stuff over here now, too. Those take 9 turns, though. Like, these are really nice, but... And that's pretty sweet. And that's really good, too. A lot of good techs, a lot of good techs. Okay, we'll do seafaring envoys.
Now.
Okay, so we're getting this stuff, and now we can hire a couple of Empire captains. So they are expensive to hire, but they're cheap on the upkeep. Sold. Campaign movement speed. That's all. You had me at campaign movement speed.
Who calls?
Now the hero thing, that's going to be pretty good with kind of my strategy of throwing a bunch of like AoE at him. We just want this dude to just be tanky as hell. Spreading public order is actually kind of good too, eventually. But I think we just want to go this and then just hard to hit. And just pimp him out. I don't care if he does damage. I just want him to just not die. Foe Seeker, and then we'll probably give him even more stuff over here. So he's a pretty average, you know, not amazing lord. He can get a flying mount eventually, which is, you know, alright. That does give him some more versatility, but I think just having just someone who's cheap, it's like 100, you know, upkeep to just run in there. We can also put stuff on him like, you know, these things, put a scribe on him, put a student on him. I thought I already had student on somebody. That's pretty rough that I didn't. Wound time, recovery, push success chance. You get a lot of followers, so just throwing them on him will be pretty good. We might as well throw sort of anti-heroes on him just because Balthasar's never going to use that. And magic resist too, because he's gonna be getting hit with a lot of AoE. So yeah, just throwing him in there with a couple of other units, maybe another hero or two, and just bombing them with.
Find me grave power.
Yes, General.
Do not waste my potential.
I kind of want a horse. Well, if I'm gonna be sieging, the horses aren't that good, but we do need a little bit more of a front line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I mean, these guys can kind of front line, but... What are we going to hire next? We could switch this over to this. Recruitment for another turn. Okay, so great swords are only special units. That's really good. Okay, so I can have 6 great swords in.
What?
I might actually get them then. I was almost positive they were going to be elite, but they're only. How are great swords only considered special units? And like Saurus warriors for the wizardmen are special units. Great swords would stomp Saurus warriors up and down. I don't know. Yeah, well, we might want to get some greatsword upgrades eventually then. I just completely ruled them out, because I was like, I'm definitely getting demigriffs over greatswords. These knights aren't even considered anything. Normal Empire knights. That's pretty gross. I mean, they aren't that strong against other Empire units for sure, but still, I'm a little shocked at some of these things going on here. Okay, and then we can sub these guys out for something more substantial. We can get some horses with it, or we can get... maybe even another mortar or something. Some more spears. Just something that's a little more specialized. Okay. So we used all of our money. Still waiting on everything else. That's all good. Got our techs. Did we do...
Yes? Who calls?
Surely an agreement will be reached. But are we not all sons of...
All right. By Sigmar's will.
I think I've looked at just about everybody here. We did get a trade agreement, right, with Midland? Yeah.
The Empire.
Come then. Only Sigma's god, Ulrich, can judge it worthy of.
So usually you fight Midland, but, you know,
What?
sometimes you don't. Okay. I need a warrior priest or two in here, too. The priests are even better. I think in many ways the priests are better than the captains. We'll see. But I know they give replenishment, which is really nice. Training is not that great overall. Unless you have, like, a ton of them training up a squad. The great swords are expensive, but... I mean... Don't burn that town, please. Well, maybe they will... Maybe they'll confederate. If that gets a confederation, I'm cool with it. But I might have to go up there and just kill them just to stop that. It's a real pain in the butt to have to reoccupy some of that stuff. I need to deal with Midland, though. For real. I need to do that quest battle, get another wizard, too. Gotta roll the dice on the wizard. It's almost not even worth it, though. Like, I have to go out of my way to go fight that. I don't know. And you just get a random level 1 wizard. It's like, I already have magic. Like, it's a lot more important for Carl to do that early on. Yeah, we gotta secure the sewers. The wasteland.
The nation calls.
By the comet.
Wolfring.
The Empire.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
Who calls?
Surely an agreement will be reached.
Sigma's will.
How much will they pay us to go to war with Beastmen? Or the,
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire this day.
Can't get them to confederate with me for that. They will pay me for it. Maybe I can get them to join some of my wars. Who am I at war with? Vampire. They probably won't go to war with Vampire Counts for me. Did I not go to war with Hawkwind? I think I tried to, but it didn't work. What do these idiots have?
World Walker.
Do I just let them come down here and burn this? I need to kill these guys. I think I need to deal with Marienburg first. There's also going to be a rebellion there I need to deal with. This port is really important. He's not technically at war with me right now. It's a real pain in the ass to have to grab this stuff again, but...
Sir?
So,
Okay, so let's go to, like, right here. Yeah, right along the
you summon me.
border here. We'll go into...
I am in ascent.
What? They'll be marching, all right.
It is time.
One of them's probably fine for now. We could hire a second. We'll keep up and see if there's another one that's really good. Strategist could be pretty legit. They are on the expensive side. I think maybe getting a strategist also could be...
I am ready.
Because this guy's not strategist, right? He's monster tracker. But he gives... It's a different trait, but he also gives more campaign movement. So... let's grab one more of those. Anything that gives campaign movement, I'm all about it.
The Empire!
Same deal, boom. Nope, not that actually. If you haven't closed out of the screen, you can get rid of the points. Although, if you've already closed out, then they lock in. Okay, so we'll go for him. We've got a battle priest coming in we can do next turn.
Yes, General.
Okay, so he's going to slot in there. How many turns on greatswords? One more turn on greatswords take 2 turns to hire, though. I'm pretty sure, right?
Now,
Yeah, they take 2 turns to hire. So we may not go with the greatswords just yet. So we can get rid of these. Get rid of one of these. Grab like 1 crossbow, 1 spear. The spears have more defense, I think, right? 60 armor, 43 defense, 44 defense. Not much more. They're going to eventually get more... They do get a bonus versus large, though. Guess we can just go for a normal swordsman. It'll be fine. Then we can get rid of 1 more of those guys. So it'll give us, what, 5 archers? Yeah, the handgunners are way more expensive. Okay, I think that's fine. Or, damn it, we need a horse, though. How expensive are the horses to hire? 220. Maybe we don't need this dude. Let's... We need just a little bit more for the horse. I would like 1 horse. It's not great for sieges, but... Well, actually, I'm going to be attacking these people in their towns, probably. It'd be nice to have a horse for Wulfric, but... I'll tell you what, let's just go with 19. We can throw this dude in there, and that'll be fine. The next turn we can attack. Alright, so we got a rebellion coming up. Kill that. Can't buy anything else. Still working our techs.
let us begin.
We can move him next turn over to here. Alright, that's fine. I'm not sure if the magic, like, I don't know. 4 mortars is pretty legit. In terms of, like, getting 10% more damage. And 10% faster fire rate. I mean, that is effectively, you know, like 20% more damage on the mortars. Which is pretty intense. So Norska's confederating with everybody. Please don't burn Karaberg. They're gonna burn it, probably. I think those mortars are legit, like some of the most powerful artillery in the whole game. And that sounds silly for a tier 3 that like doesn't have very many requirements, but ooh, Ostland took it. Well, at least they reoccupied it, I guess.
My challenge? Undeniable.
The Empire. Come then. Only Sigma's god, Ulrich, can judge it worth.
So they're getting a couple more things, but
Who calls? Greetings, my countrymen. You come.
we can fight Ostland and take that stuff from them.
All right. Greetings on behalf of the Empire. Now,
All right.
The Empire. Wind of Shammon, I will.
Your orders?
So we should still be able to get to Marienburg, I think, off our movement. It's going to be mildly
I am
annoying
the
if we
Supreme
can, but
Patriarch.
yeah. Now, if they have multiples of the same trait, I don't think they stack. I'm not sure, but this guy may not always be in the in this particular army. I might put him in another army eventually, so I think we'll still just go ahead and buy him.
Let us forge our faith.
Okay, level 11 is the good one. Getting that ward save. Hammer of Sigmar is okay. They have pretty good armor. Melee defense is 44. They have replenished troops, and they do stimulate growth, which is nice. So they have some pretty good stuff. Oh yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, Faith's Bastion. That's nice. Okay, so just Impassioned, and then Faith's Bastion. And they have Augury. Augury is great, and Benediction. Okay, so 17 leadership for your whole army. Yes, they're extremely good. Vampires have that stuff too. Because, you know, they need that.
Yes, son of Sigmar.
Vampires are so overpowered. Okay, like the vampire heroes. Alright, so let's switch this back over to the Festog thing.
Do not waste my potential.
Kill these clowns. Why did we take that damage? Well, hopefully we replenish it all back. I mean, we're gonna need a lot of replenishment. I mean, we were favored like 80 or 90% yellow, and we still took that much damage.
Yes.
That's pretty troll. Our units are gonna be hurt. I mean,
No.
we can't get to them this turn.
I am ready. Are you? You
That's not
summon
full
me.
replenishment. That is, in fact, annoying.
Let us forge our faith.
I refuse.
Okay, Altdorf, couple more turns, we'll have tier 3. I'm at war with vampires, right? Yeah, so I probably need some kind of walls on the southern border here. At Grunsburg. I should have done that before I left the property if I wanted to do that, though. I think maybe we just wait on tier 4 and just let these sit at tier 2. Like, yeah, I could get attacked. But I think just preserving the growth is probably more important at this point. One final look here.
So,
Going up a little bit. We can trade with dwarves. How? Oh, they got that port. Okay.
Greetings, honorable ally. Yes.
Nice. A bit extra cash. That's some distance there. I mean, look on the map. Like, my people are sailing from like here all the way over to here to trade with them via sea. So that's pretty sweet. Okay. That's all good. We'll go for Marienburg next turn. Oh, that Lord. Okay. The guy that I gave him an office and just kicked him out. Gotcha. Yeah, public order is definitely getting a little bit better here because chaos is dropping. Now there is no chaos. Like, what? Now that I have the untainted, chaos is not dropping, but whatever. I mean, we needed the warrior priest anyways. So what's causing the public order issue then? The corruption is still fairly high. I don't know how I'm losing 6 public order for only 16% chaos corruption. I think they definitely, like, amped up how much that affects public order for sure.
It is time.
Okay.
I will not
So that's
obey.
14. It's like 24.
Let us begin.
24 on 20. My units are a little dinged up. Okay, let's fight them. Do we want to do channeling? We can't do trenches. -3 melee attack. Yeah, I mean, we're going to kill them mostly with all of our ranged stuff. So
Very well. I will do this. By the comet.
And -10% miscast chance. It's actually pretty legit.
I shall be victorious.
Alright, let's do it. So we're not going to gain any property here. We're basically just either going to burn this or awaken a tribe. I think it's the like Skull Smashers are here though, so we don't want to awaken them because they're not going to like us very much. So we probably just burn it. It's like super gerrymandered. This property, it's like this little mountain here is connected with the vampire territory and the dwarf territory in the next mountain over. So it's like this little line. So it's really awkward. Like you would think this would be like Marienburg's property, right? It's like right next to Marienburg, but for some reason it's not, so.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
My Marina, listen!
Okay, so we have 3 of these, so we can use that on the mortars, on 3 different mortars.
By Ulrich's wrath, Take swords! Spearmen!
Yeah, 'cause they're gonna have one cavalry there.
Crossbowmen! Ready for war! Listen up! The Empire endures!
Sort of anti-heroes. Alright, so we'll put them in as our 3 group. I suppose we'll start. Yeah, and I kept the artillery stuff instead of putting him as the grand, whatever. Grand Theogenist.
Elevate cannon!
I am master of Shamon. Yes! Moving now!
That's an order! My orders stand!
Take position! Feel my fire!
Pick your targets! Pick your targets!
Ready for
Holy
war!
crap, that's a lot of fire going on there.
Armor melts.
Holy!
No lingering!
Steady, man! Yes, sir, quickly! By Ulrich's wrath! War! Sigmar guides us!
For the Empire! Moving faster! Go! Haste gold magic!
War!
Quick march! Haste gold magic!
Ah!
I am master of Shalom!
Understood! Sigmar! Understood!
They will never move again!
Free company! Move out!
For Heldenhammer!
For Heldenhammer! To battle! At speed!
By Ulrich's wrath!
At speed! Armor melts! Move out! Feel my ire! Formation, march! Ulrich's wrath on them! Haste gold magic! Find the enemy!
Die, traitor!
To battle!
I speak, you act.
I am master of Shamon!
Crank that machine!
The Empire endures! They'll never move again!
Crossbows ready, General!
Detachments move!
Mortar! Withdraw! Pick your
Damn it, he's going for the
targets!
mortars. I thought he was going for my dude here.
Supreme!
Find your targets! No lingering!
I am master of Shamon! Armor melts!
I'll ready the men! On my command!
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Take aim! Sir!
What?
Sigmar preserve us!
Feel my ire!
For Sigmar! Fire!
so blasted here.
Like armorers! Sigma, preserve up!
We don't have forces to deal with this stuff going on over here. That's a major issue.
Moving now!
Bow before me! Take the ground! At speed!
Withdraw! Hit targets!
Take position!
Fire!
Go! Moving faster!
Crossbowmen! Ready for the Emperor! Launch! For the twin-tailed comet!
Moving now!
Withdraw!
Full and stop! Quick march! I am master!
Yeah, they just have so many lords. I think, yeah, I mean, we're going to lose this one. So we're going to have to regroup at Marienburg. Wow. I don't even know what killed us. I guess it's the crossbows? I feel like the mortars didn't put up the numbers I was hoping they would. Maybe we do need great swords to deal with this. I mean, we were outnumbered pretty heavily, but we've been outnumbered before. They had some extra heroes was the thing, and I mean, these guys didn't get a lot of kills, but they soaked up a lot of my units. Maybe we do need to get the get those upgrades for them. I didn't really get them as clumped up as I wanted to. I mean, Balthasar still killed like 500 units though. I mean, he was putting in the numbers, it's just nobody else was. I think that they were able to get back there with one of their heroes on the horse and neutralize a couple of my mortars. And I think that's what a big deal was. Oh, they got my militiamen. That sucks.
Ulrich's will!
Don't run that way, you fool.
You summon me.
Gosh.
By Sigma,
Well,
no!
he's really injured right now, so if he tries to come out on me, I think we can still beat him. Because he's not going to have his garrison. Okay, I think we go stronger than steel, definitely. So, definitely a little bit of a setback.
Do not waste my potential.
Oh, definitely need the great swords in here, at least some of them. Even though they are more expensive, they just have way more armor. And they do much more armor-piercing damage. So we get 2 more points. They did a pretty good job of face tanking. We can't hire anything.
It is time. What?
Pull a couple of these together. Yeah, and we're going to have to pop over here and deal with some of that. So yeah, we're gonna need some upgrades. We're gonna need some we need some great swords in here, and we're gonna need some at least a couple more great swords. And we're gonna need a couple of skirmisher cav, I think, because they're just like getting over there too quickly. You know, like a lot of them just ran right past the heroes. Like they're not taking the bait. You know, they're not throwing a ton of units on me.
There is power within prayer.
can get this dude up here too.
Sing battle hymns!
Yeah, so we got our butts kicked there. I mean, it was a good wake-up call, you know. I think sometimes campaigns just aren't really fun if you just steamroll your way all the way through it. And these are very tactical.
I'll ignore that.
I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that I could have done better in there. You know, the main thing was I needed to protect my mortars better. I think that was a big deal, was that I just didn't have enough infantry. I was trying to get away with just having, like, these two heroes, which really only soaked up a couple of lines of their infantry, and just not having enough. Like, that's a cute interaction if I can do that and throw down some of those vortex spells, but if they don't bite, which they didn't, they just, like, really spread out and just kind of surrounded me. I just did not have the bodies to put in front of them. These guys were just, like, worthless. They got run off the map, like, immediately, so I really need to substitute them out for other things.
So, by Sigma's will.
Okay. So not too catastrophic. So we'll go ahead and we'll end this turn. Now, we could have combined the mortars and maybe gotten 2 instead of just 1 mortar there. This might embolden them, like this stack, to come out after me, which could be a problem, but we do have the we can use our garrison at Marienburg to try to hold it as well. But that little stack there is not going to be able to, at Grung Zent is not going to be able to come out, probably, and deal with us. I don't know where he's running. Well, that is certainly spicy. So, yeah, I probably was a little too greedy with the missile infantry. They got in there and disrupted my my archers pretty heavily as well. Oh, they are trying to come out on me. Oh, we don't have a great infantry line, but we got to do it. If we die, I mean, it's not the exact end of the world. Just, I mean, we can, like, rehire this stuff with a new lord. And probably be okay in our province. I mean, obviously, that's not ideal. Hopefully we can win this, but I don't think it's campaign ending even if we lose it. Yeah, I mean, how many spears do we have left? I only have 1 set of spears. That's the biggest issue, is, like, this guy is probably on a horse, right? Yeah. This guy's also on a horse. So the problem is going to be, like, the horse dudes. So we're going to have to try to focus fire them out. Their archers were also, like, a pretty big deal. Wait, when did they get a mortar? Or did they get one of my mortars? Did they have a mortar last time and I just didn't notice? I don't think they can hire it. I think they got one of mine. Well, we'll see. We'll do that next episode, though. So, anyways, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.